Hi guys, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. This is the daily forecast for all signs. It is a broad spectrum reading, so you have to figure out if and where it fits in your life, if at all. If it doesn't fit, that's okay. It may not be your reading. If anything's broken or wrong, you just might be working on something different at this time. This reading is originally created for Monday the 21st of November. It is not solely set for that date. If you're seeing this reading on a different date, or any of my readings for that matter, I believe the readings find us when we're ready for them, and they can be timeless. I will be referring back to the Sunday underpinning energy, which is in the lower left-hand corner at the end of this reading, so if you hear me talking about cards that you don't see, that's what I'm referring to. And for those of you that are new, please check out the drop-down menu underneath any of the daily videos, because in there are some housekeeping rules, things I want you to think about when utilizing the channel, what decks I'm using, how to contact me via social media for a private reading, and ways to support the channel. Easy ways to support the channel would be to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and also share the video out and leave me a question or comment. Alright, so let's get into this and see where Monday is going. What do we need to know for Monday, the 21st of November? So our card is the Tower. Oh, Jeebus. Major Arcana, faulty foundations, things falling apart, things shifting in ways we didn't see or expect. We do have this underpinning, that Nine of Swords too, so things might appear worse than they really are, or we might be manifesting or seeing only the bad during this time. Ultimately, the Tower is about sort of rearranging things or removing things from our lives that aren't necessarily working or aren't necessarily in our favor. They're built on faulty foundations. They can oftentimes be things that we were aware of and didn't want to take any action on, and therefore, like, the outside environment takes action for us and shifts those things for us in ways that can oftentimes be disturbing or startling. The Tower can also just represent a really big surprise or something very unexpected that shifts everything in a way that we didn't see coming. Usually, though, it's a little bit, what's the word? Unsettling would be a good word. To me, with the Tower, I always say this: let go or be dragged, right? Let's not, fight against it. You don't want to let something that's crumbling apart, you don't want to be scrambling around trying to hold the pieces together, trying to make it happen or keep it together, or force it to be something that it's not, right? And the Nine of Swords underpinning this says to me that the anxieties that could be going on, yesterday's reading and Sunday, I thought that those anxieties could very much be somebody else's, because we had such strong clarifiers that were so earthy and grounded that I felt like maybe we're dealing with somebody else's anxieties. This could be that shifting for someone else, or a situation that is around us, and as we watch it crumble, we don't necessarily want to lose our footing or our self-assuredness, because those earth, like the Knight of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Six of Pentacles say, like, stay strong, stay grounded, stay in your courage while you watch either yourself or someone around you that you may care deeply for face this Tower, this shift, this change, this inevitability, so to speak. So let's see what the Hip Hop Oracle says, and it is City Girls Hustle. Okay, they're all about them dollars. That's all that Pentacles energy we saw yesterday too, right? And there's two of them, which I like this, because they're not alone. We're not alone in this situation. If this Tower situation is happening to us, I feel like we're not alone. We have the assets, all this money here that they've got around them, to me makes me feel like we have the assets to withstand this Tower or this shift or this change. We don't need to fear it. We can stare it straight in the face. These girls are almost not smug, but like self-assured, right? And that's that Empress, all of that earth energy that I saw in yesterday's clarifiers. We don't need to let this shift or this change in the Tower rock us. We've got this, right? And we're not alone in this, is my feeling with the City Girls here. Let me read to you their story really quick. I don't know who the City Girls are. Hustle, drive, new money streams, and opportunity. Miami City Girls are a duo whose story almost didn't happen, but their drive wouldn't let them settle for a premature ending. When Drake shouted them out on his song In My Feelings, sampling their voices before inviting them to hop on the full release of the track, their big break had come. But at that moment, one half of the City Girls, JT, began serving a 24-month prison sentence for identity theft. JT's partner, Young Miami, kept their growing legacy intact until JT's late 2019 release prior to her sentencing. The duo recorded a bundle of tracks to keep them going, including joining French Montana on his summertime hit Wiggle It. Never concerned about competition, they've collaborated with other rap ladies ranging from the Queen of Miami, Trina, to Houston's finest Megan Thee Stallion. City Girls understand the hustle like no other, placing them in a league all by themselves. Let the City Girls card be a syllabus for your Hustlenomics 101 course. If JT and Young Miami can teach you anything, it's to be prepared for this tower, guys. But part of the hustle involves getting ready for disaster before it strikes. While you're well on your way to success, be sure to establish plans, B, C, and D. Some of those may be harder to execute than others, but could you imagine all bets being off because you didn't put contingency plans into the mix? Everything takes work, whether mental, emotional, or physical. If you're always ready, you'll never be in your feelings. I think that this hustle is also about whatever this tower might be, whatever it's facing, whatever this shift or change, we got this. I'm not worried about it by any means, if that makes any sense. Let's go to the clarifiers really quick. We have the Four of Pentacles. Again, more earth energy. This is usually a miserly card or a card of holding back, but I kind of feel like this is foundation. Fours are usually oftentimes associated with foundation, right? It's steady foundation. And what I feel like this is us maybe bracing for whatever this tower situation is. Keeping our foundation secure while maybe others' foundations shift or change. Does that make sense? Returning back to what we know to be true and holding on to our truth, our groundedness, and staying centered in it in the face of this adversity, right? The next card is the Six of Wands. Wands is that fire energy. It's moving towards the future on that horse of purity. The wreath is a symbol of celebration and success. This is not our tower, folks. This is somebody else's tower. This is somebody else's shift, I get a feeling. I feel like this is us holding tight and moving, continuing to move towards the outcome that we want, the desire that we want, having our own hustle, like these City Girls, to make things happen, right? And then the last card is the Judgment. This is about answering the call. This Judgment card is associated with this tower. I feel that instantly. Somebody else is not answering the call in their life. Somebody else is sort of like avoiding it. I feel like this is us holding tight, holding true, waiting, holding space. It's similar to what we saw yesterday with the Knight of Pentacles, right? It's about not making any sudden movements and understanding and keeping our eyes tracked on that Six of Wands, which is that celebration, being acknowledged, being noticed, being seen. Judgment says that there's a higher force involved in all of this. Spirit is involved in making this shift take place so that we can either be appreciated, seen, valued, successful. And it's like, I feel like because the Six of Wands is headed towards the Judgment card, it's like we're answering the call. We're even moving towards it. The City Girls, with all that cash raining down, they're like celebrating. They're not afraid. Whoever's in that Nine of Swords from yesterday or in that fear, they may be fighting it hardcore during this day, and that's why this tower is presenting themselves to us. But we're like moving towards it. We're using our hustle. We're not afraid. We're not like hiding out, is my feeling. We're shoring up, yes. We are steadying ourselves, yes. We also have that Empress energy underpinning all of this week. So we know our divine feminine power, our creativity, and our fertility, and our abundance. We know how to shift with the changes. Someone else or some situation doesn't. And there's reluctance or resistance with that. But we just hold tight to what we know to be true and keep our eyes trained on that success, answer the call to our higher calling, and stay, keep our hustle going. The grounding stone for the day is freedom. Remember, the grounding stone underpinning this weekend is courage, right? This freedom is our freedom from whatever this drama is here. They've got that freedom. He's got that freedom. He's a little tied up, but he's holding on to make it through whatever this is. I feel like this is happening to somebody else. And we are free of that. Does that make sense? So, in other words, maintaining our freedom, our separateness, our own divinity, our own awareness, our own connection to spirit, and our ability to have the strength, the courage, and the wisdom to answer the call keeps us free from the drama that this tower is happening around us. Does that make sense? That's what I feel like the message is today. Do not let it affect you guys. That is your forecast. Please like, share, and subscribe. Leave me a question or comment, and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. And have a great day.